I assumed this country rapper was in his 40s. Turns out he is not even 20. And what struck me wasn't his age, it was how he grew.
Dr. Shalini Jebasingh on cultivating and living with purpose, joy, and fulfillment at work.
Back, Lil Man J showed up on my feed, and I got hooked to his song, Sipping Country. Because of his strong voice, I assumed that he was in his early 40s, late 30s. My daughter pulled up his bio today and we discovered that Lil Man J is not even 20. What struck me though was not his age, but his I can do this, I can live my life with beauty and community attitude and vibe that he has. Lil Man J has shared about the challenges he has from birth. I've shared a link to his post about the hard things he has overcome. Every day, he rises above all that life has thrown at him, and he does that with humor and an ease about himself. If you don't know his backstory, and you heard him on Spotify, you would have just thought that he was another successful country rapper. Such wholesome, sustained growth rarely happens in isolation. It happens in environments where support is lovingly and freely given, where effort is recognized and applauded, where trials and errors are not defined simply as success or failure, but as learning and growing. Like Lil Man J, I have had some wonderful bosses, team members, clients, family, and friends in my life who have invested in me. They've seen me for who I am, encouraged my effort, and celebrated my successes. Here is the thing. It has been years or decades since I worked with some of them. But every time I think of them, I feel their love. Happiness just flows through me naturally and effortlessly. These amazing people in Lil Man J's life, in my life, and in your life personify what Dweck and Kavi write about the growth mindset and an attitude of abundance. It is in their book, Mindset and the 7 Habits. A growth mindset is grounded in the understanding that ability is not fixed. It is developed through effort, learning, and persistence all throughout your life. Abundance thinking is recognizing that there is enough opportunity, enough success, and enough value for growth to be shared rather than competed over. I have observed that people with a growth and abundance mindset tend to have a healthy self-love and a genuine love for others. Having this mindset helps everyone in the workplace grow and succeed as individuals and as a community. Let me tell you a story, someone who influenced my thinking greatly. It's about my former boss, Cynthia Swindoll. I was invited to something very different from my work to come and share about findings on some project that I had done long ago. One evening, I stopped by her office and told her that I'd received this invitation from this group. And her face lit up. And she said, "You must go. You will love it." It took me some time to learn, but she understood the responsibility of her role as CEO, how to ensure individual growth and success, as well as the company's growth and success. It has been more than 10 years since I worked for her, but every time I think of her, my heart fills with joy and love for her just as it was when I was working for her. Having a growth mindset and abundance thinking does at least 3 things. First, we grow as a whole, like expanding spheres, not unidirectionally like a bar chart. Second, we grow together as a team, as a community that is then growing as a whole. Third, we live joyful and fulfilled lives. Growth mindset and abundance thinking are not theories. They are lived experiences. So, live it out at work. If you are a leader, take the time to understand the dreams of the people you spend 8 hours a day with. When a leader sees their team members for who they are, it creates a healthier work environment. Intentionally understand how to simultaneously think about not just growing to fulfill your dreams, but to support your team members in fulfilling their dreams and the company in fulfilling its vision and purpose. Having this mindset helps everyone in the company to grow. It strengthens engagement, it builds psychological safety, it improves retention, and supports long-term performance. Now, if you are a team member, ask about your boss's dreams and those of others on your team. Then intentionally try to understand how you can all grow and thrive together and support your team members in their growth within the company and in what they want to do. In such a work culture, everybody is growing in their knowledge and skills, and everyone is successful. And something beautiful happens. As individuals and as team members, we become more of who we are. But if we operate out of competition and scarcity, then instead of helping each other become more of who we are, we start to erase them from their true self. We end here today. Do share your work experiences and what you have learned with us. I would love to continue this conversation with you, and I would love to learn from you. And if you liked this episode, do subscribe to our podcast or follow us on LinkedIn, Spotify, and Facebook and Instagram. And as always, I wish you the best work life.
Thank you for joining Dr. Shalini Jebasingh, where we cultivate and live with purpose, joy, and fulfillment at work. We'll see you in the next episode.